Good morning, everyone. Pastor Brad from New Covenant United Church of Christ in Williamsport. Great to have you with us this morning for story time. Thanks for joining me. This week's story time is for the fifth Sunday of Epiphany, February 5th, 2023. And great to have you with us. And the featured text is the gospel lesson, Matthew 5:13 through 20, where Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world." So thanks for joining me this morning. So what we're going to do this week is I have these little communion cups, and I've filled some of them with sugar and some of them with salt. And so you can't tell the difference. You don't know which one is which. And so you pass these out, ask each one of those who are participating to randomly choose whichever cup they want to choose. And we'll wait until everyone has a cup, and then we'll invite them at the same time to lick their finger, touch the salt or the sugar, and then lick and see which one they get. And I got sugar. Lucky me. I happened to know which one was which. So I knew I would get the sweet taste instead of the salty taste. But obviously, for some, it's going to be a good experience. It's going to be sweet, and for others, unfortunately, it's going to taste salty. So might be good to have some bottles of water alongside there as well. So invite you to do this, play this game at home or with your Sunday school class. Play this game, and we'll pause for a moment and then come back and talk about it. So after you've played this game, and some have experienced tasting the sweetness of the sugar, while others have experienced tasting the saltiness of the salt, what we notice, in just like in the game where one tasted good, the other one tasted not so good, salty, not so good, salt itself can either be good or not so good. It can be beneficial or harmful. Salt can add flavor and make things taste better. But if there's too much salt, then that doesn't taste good either. Salt can melt ice. It can be good. It can melt ice so that we don't slip and fall, but too much will burn the concrete. Salt, you can use it to preserve things and make them last longer, but if you use too much, it will ruin it. And so, just like in our game where one tasted good and the other was not so good, salt itself can either be beneficial or not so good. And Jesus tells us, "You are the salt of the earth." Jesus says in our lesson this morning, "You are the salt of the earth." We can be a benefit, or we can cause harm. As salt, we can add to things. Jesus says we are the salt of the earth, so we can add to things and make them better, or we can be too pushy and overpower things. Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth." We can preserve and make things wonderful for generations to come. Make the beauty of creation last for generations to come. We can preserve the beauty of creation because we are the salt of the earth. Or, as the salt of the earth, we can ruin creation. And so as Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth," we want to be the salt of the earth that preserves, that adds, that makes life better. We don't want to be the salt that overpowers and ruins things, but rather Jesus says, you are the salt of the earth. And we want to be the salt that adds flavor and makes the world better. We want to be the salt that preserves the world, preserves God creation for generations to come. May it be so. Thanks be to God. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the game that we played. I hope everybody that you play it with enjoys it as well. Till next time, peace, blessings, love, and prayers. Stay healthy and well, everyone. And please, if you get a chance, like our New Covenant United Church of Christ Williamsport YouTube channel, as well as our New Covenant United Church of Christ Williamsport Facebook page. Like and follow them, and check out all of our virtual as well as our in-person ministries and offerings. Take care, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.